I still don't know the name of the podcast yet, but we'll figure that out along the way.
Yeah, we have different names going on, but we'll see what ends up.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
My name is Anthony. This is Domingo, and we have yet to figure out a podcast name for this thing yet.
We'll figure it out.
This podcast is brought to you by Full Throttle.
Yes, very easy drinking.
Easy drinking.
Yes, it's very good.
Very, very awesome. And I don't just say that because I like this drink. I really do like this fucking drink, but it doesn't have that aftertaste that you normally get from. Like I used to like Monster a lot, and I can't drink Monster anymore.
See, I was the opposite. I don't drink Monster. I never liked it except a few flavors, but I just prefer this over Red Bull now.
Really?
Yeah. Really good.
I have to say I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. Just kind of, they don't sell it everywhere, you know?
It's really hard to find, especially the blue one. The black one they have at Walmart, man, and it's really cheap. It's like almost cheaper than buying it at the gas station, which is really, really dumb to me.
Yeah, it's like it's a steal.
Yeah. Like you buy it for $2.44 at the gas station, but they have a whole case at Walmart for $8.
Like $8.50, I think. Yeah,
it's so cheap.
Really good. Really recommend it. You guys should try it.
On a side note, I almost broke my knee on the way over here today.
Oh.
Oh,
terrible way to start the day, huh?
Dude, no, it's bad, and it sucked because for one, I was already having a shitty day. I had to go to drive to Austin at 6 in the morning, so that fucking sucked. And then I text my best friend, and he doesn't respond. So
I can't believe him. Who would do that? How would they not respond?
I wish I knew. But so I'm leaving the house, and I'm like, man, today's gonna be such a badass day. It's gonna be a great day, even though it was hot. I took like one step and then just fell through the steps, and now I got a stain on my jeans. I'm pretty sure my knee's fucking bruised. I'm pretty sure it's bruised, but I haven't looked at it yet, and I'm scared to look at it.
Well, that's kind of a terrible way to start your day. Well, for me, all I did was I didn't sleep till 4 last night, gaming of course, and I didn't wake up till like 11:30. So, sorry for whoever texted me earlier or anything. Then I just decided to get up, eat my leftover food from last night, and watch Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, it was actually not a bad movie.
Did they fix it? They actually fixed the character design?
Oh yeah. He looks a lot better now. A lot better.
I remember when it first came out. I was like,
oh yeah, he was a little dodgy. But
I don't know what the fuck I was looking at.
No, he looks good now. And they teased another cool character at the end. I don't know if I should spoil it, but they didn't. I don't know.
Was it Knuckles?
It wasn't Knuckles.
Was it Shadow?
It wasn't Shadow. It was Tails.
Why?
Dude, you would not believe how pissed I was. I wanted my boy Knuckles, dude. I was like, dude, if they give me Knuckles in the end,
anybody,
dude, I'll raise my score up by half. Like I gave it a 6.5, but you know, I would give it a 7 if Knuckles was in there, at least for like a frame or something. My boy Knuckles wasn't in there. I'm disappointed.
It just bugs me the fact that like they chose the least
favorite.
The least favorite. Like to me, it's like I'd pick Tails if I had to. Like even on the video games, like I'd pick him if I had to, but it's like it wasn't my first choice.
Like yeah, he was never my first choice. But like I mean, don't get me wrong. Tails is like a unique character. He could fly with his tail, you know. And, like he's smart. He's like kind of like a nerdy guy, but you can't diss the Chad Knuckles though.
You can, dude. And he reminds me a lot of like remember when Sly was a game. Remember Sly?
Oh, I love Sly Cooper.
It reminds me of Bentley, but even Bentley had more like
the turtle. I love the turtle.
Yeah. He had more flair. But I was wondering the other day, like someone was bringing up, like if they should make a Mario movie, new one.
How would that work out? He doesn't really.
He's never really had like a storyline or like a nemesis. Beside, I mean, you know the nemesis, but there's never been like a.
He never really talks either. He just says Yahoo.
He doesn't have a voice. Remember the show we had the DVD for?
Yo, dude, hey, that show, I like that show. A lot of people kind of dissed on it, but hey,
it's an older show.
It's cool.
And what bugged me the most was I don't remember if you remember, but that old Nintendo used to have where you put the cartridges in the top.
Yeah, the 64.
No, the 64, the older one. It was gray and purple.
The NES.
Was it the SNES?
The SNES.
Was it?
I believe it was SNES.
I don't remember, but I found it and I was like, man, I'm gonna play now. And I just after like. It was probably like a couple years ago when this happened, but like when I just found it, like took me 20 years to find out.
20 years.
Because we were playing it when we were like 3 or 4. And we've been playing it since we were kids. And like now I figured out I played it, and I remember thinking back to when we were kids. I was like, man, we never saved. We just continually started over and over and over. And like I just recently figured out that you could save. So now I finally beat the game. Like I'm like, Oh my god! And it wasn't even that hard. It wasn't even difficult at all.
Like that's my issue with the 64. Some games you can save on the console or on the cartridge, but there's other games where you needed to have an accessory in the back of the controller to save.
Like the 64.
Yeah, yeah. It was on the back of the controller. You needed to save. That's how I can I don't know if you remember, but we played Spider-Man on the 64.
So many times.
It took so many times. But one day we actually sat down and we grinded through that whole game and we beat it.
I remember that.
One sitting. But and we cannot save those. So all of our cool costumes and shit, like from like.
Oh yeah, you'd find those.
Yeah, like the Scarlet Spider symbiotes, symbiote spider suit, and like. It's we don't talk about symbiotes. That was terrible. I don't.
I never saw it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never watched it. I never once watched it.
I never saw it either. But that one line turned me off from that movie. Symbiotes. I'm like, bro, what? Like, I'm a huge Spider-Man guy, but like, dude, like that's kind of like an insult. I know like people who love Spider-Man watch Venom. They liked it, but I don't know. I just never saw it.
I wanted to like it. I really did, but I couldn't for the simple fact that it was just. It seemed like they tried way too hard to make Venom not a villain. But it's like, dude, like, Venom's always been a villain. He's always... Even in the comic books, he's, like, fucking horrible, man. Yeah. Like, he's... Like, he has moments where he has, like, the plot work of a hero, but, like, they just made him, like, the same way they made Deadpool, which is kind of... It kind of upset me on Deadpool, but I like Deadpool too much to be, like, mad at him.
Yeah.
Like, the way they did Venom, like, they made him, like, okay, he's evil, and then at the end, he's, like...
More anti-hero.
Yeah, he's, like, anti-evil, but he's also not a hero. Like, it's...
Like, yeah, that's how they introduced him to be the villain for Spider-Man after he got his suit from the Secret Wars. So, like, whenever he got the suit, of course, his personality changed, and of course, he's becoming more of an asshole, Peter Parker. And then whenever he separates himself from the suit, of course, Venom hated Peter Parker for that. Of course, he's gonna become his villain for eternity. But I don't know. Until recent days, even in comic books now, they make Venom more of his ally now.
It's weird because that's not always how it was.
Like with the introduction of Carnage, you saw the ally. Like you saw them two pair up against Carnage.
You think there's gonna be a part 2?
What, Venom Part 2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they confirmed it already.
It's confirmed.
Yeah, 2021, I believe. Venom. I think Carnage is gonna be in it for sure, though.
You think Woody Harrelson's still gonna play him?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I thought about that. It's a sad thing. I didn't watch the movie, but I watched the post credits.
Oh yeah, who knows? Maybe he will. I mean,
I really wish that they would do like if they do like a Venom 2, they keep Tom Holland Spider-Man and they somehow bring them together. I'd love to see Tom Holland.
I think that's the plan.
Dude, I would love.
Remember, Sony still has Tom Holland under contract. I think that's the plan, bro.
I would love to see Tom Holland go full black suit. Cause I want to see his.
You want him to become?
Yes, dude, like that. I want to see him battle that shit. Like he's battled internal conflict before, but not like this.
Yeah,
this is a different. Like it's gonna make him like Iron Man, basically.
What would you do with Eddie Brock then? Like, what would he be? Would you just be like,
I feel like
in a temporary breakup with Venom?
No.
Because like Eddie Brock, like Venom and Eddie Brock are like this right now because of the.
Oh, they're super chill, right?
Yeah.
But what if they brought it in a different way? What if like they didn't bring those two universes together, but they brought it in like a...
Oh, so you're just like separate kind of...
That'd be cool. I would love to see... I just don't know. You fucked me up with that one Eddie Brock. Like, I don't know how
like how would they tie in Eddie Brock? That's the real question. But like, that's also one argument I have with Venom. Like
they didn't even introduce Spider-Man.
Yeah, like that's how Venom became the
Venom.
The Venom. Like that's why he has a spider symbol, right? That's how he gets like all his inspirations from Spider-Man, because Peter Parker was the first host. Yeah, and
that's what it kind of blows me away too, that they never touched on that.
Yeah,
at least I don't think they did in the movie. They never.
I don't believe so.
Right?
I didn't watch
touch
it.
On Spider-Man?
I don't think they did, dude. I think they just kind of like, an alien thing came from space.
See, that would make sense if it. Man, they fucked up they fucked us all up more than I'm thinking about it. It's like if Venom came out the same time where like Homecoming came out. Or was it like Civil War?
I think like it was like a year after Homecoming. I'm not too sure though.
Well, then they could have done it then. They could have made like a... I don't know. They could have done something to where like Venom came, infected Tom Holland. That would have even made it cooler. Like if it was Homecoming, and then it was like Spider-Man, like with Venom, like symbiote, and then and then it was Far From Home. Like it would have fit so perfectly, because Homecoming was when he still had Iron Man in his life.
Yeah. And
then the Venom symbiote suit happened, and then Iron Man dies, and then Homecoming. But then what? That would make a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
They should have done it that way.
I don't know. I don't know. Because Sony and Disney collaborations are not the best.
I just feel like they don't... After they finished Endgame, I feel like their plots on how to make these movies kind of went down the drain.
Well, I mean, like, they're trying to start something new, so we'll see. We don't even know what that new thing is yet, so
What are we,
see.
phase 4? Or phase 5?
I believe it's phase 4.
Phase 4.
Wait, was it phase 4? I don't know. I'm not too sure.
I don't remember if it was phase 4 or phase 5. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's so many phases. Yeah, I mean,
Well, supposedly they're supposed to introduce the X-Men, which would be really cool.
it's going to take a few years for that because Dark Phoenix just ended. We don't want to talk about Dark Phoenix.
I didn't see it, nor did I.
Oh,
even
I heard it
have
was bad, dude.
the fact that I didn't get any type of me wanting to go see it. I didn't. I was like, I'm not even gonna try. I feel like after Logan, the X-Men kind of just like.
Dude, I mean,
They should have stopped after
Logan was the masterpiece, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Even Infinity War tried to. Endgame tried to match Logan. It's like, why would you do it the same? Like you could have done it so many different ways. And the fact that I want to say it, but like, I don't want to say it. But like I feel like Cap should have died instead of Tony. I feel like he really should have died.
Yeah, I believe so.
It just makes more sense to me because like everyone loves Iron Man and like everyone loves Captain America too, but like it would have just made more like chronological sense because then you wouldn't have to see Cap get old. You wouldn't have to see him hand off the shield and then wonder more. Like it would have just like it would have made more sense because he was the first Avenger, so why would he not be the last Avenger? Like it.
Yeah, like and also there was like I don't know what you said to me. There was a line he said to Tony whenever he's talking about his kid.
Yes, and I remember it's whenever they go visit Stark, and Stark's like, he goes, I'm all for it. He goes, bring back what we lost, but he goes, I gotta keep what I found.
Yeah.
And he's like patting the kid. I can only imagine, dude, like when like they're there and like Thanos is like wrestling Tony, and then he gets the stones, and then like he's about to snap his fingers, and then Cap just like kind of like just fucking shields him. He fucking hits him with the shield, takes the stones, takes the gauntlet from Tony. He puts it on, and he's like. He goes, we made a promise. He goes, like, bring back what we lost, but keep what we found. He's like, I'm not letting you break it. And then just, whack.
Yeah, like, dude.
Oh, dude, can you tell? Like, oh my God.
Like, whenever you said that to me at first, I totally forgot about that line. And whenever you said that, like, whenever you told me about that, I was like, dude, I totally forgot about that. I felt like many people forgot about that line.
I feel like it wasn't brought up a lot.
No, it wasn't.
It's a heavy line.
Yeah, it's a very, very, like, it is a very heavy line.
It would have hit really hard.
Yeah, and like, because like Cap already lost everything already. He already left his time.
Everything.
He already left. Like he's
a man out of time.
Yeah, he's in his new world now. He doesn't fully understand. But Tony's in his like. Of course, he just had a kid. He's with his wife.
It would have made so much
and then
sense.
like Cap would have been the sacrifice that people needed, and then he was the first Avenger, and he ends it.
Yep.
That would have been much more fitting than. We know the argument that Tony kind of. He started the cinematic universe by having the first movie.
But he's still not the first
But
Avenger.
he's not the first Avenger how Cap was. I know, and I know people like to argue how Captain Marvel was technically the first, or she named Avengers because of... I don't count that as a thing. I don't count that because they marketed Captain America as the first Avenger whenever Captain America was coming out.
For real. And then he was, for the sake of Avengers, like the original Avengers, like it was started with Cap and Iron Man and like... Not even in the cinematic universe, but like in the go back to the comic books.
It was always
the Avengers. It was like Hawkeye. It was Cap, Iron Man, Hulk,
Thor. You know, like
what was that other one? There was a fucking dude. A bird. A falcon. The Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah, there was him. But it's just it threw me off. Like it would have made more. It would have hit more, but not only because Cap died, but like Tony would have had to deal with that loss.
Yeah,
like he already lost Peter, but do you see him lose Cap, dude? Like, oh man,
like
I would have loved to see that.
That was his father's idol, like
dude, for real.
Yeah, so and like
in a way, that's kind of like his brother too.
Yeah, like.
Is it weird that did they have a scene where Rusty Rogers like Tony like did they ever have a scene where he's like goodbye Tony? No, because I don't remember that. It was War Machine, Peter Parker, and then Pepper. But Rogers never came to his aid or anything, right? Like, once he snapped his fingers?
No, I don't believe so.
It's weird.
He came to...
That's weird to me that they didn't have that moment. I feel like that's another scene that could have been... There's a lot of things that, like, even throughout all the Marvel movies that bother me. Like, Logan, when I heard they cut out that scene where he meets Sabretooth in fucking Vegas, I was like, there's no way, man. Like, why would you not leave that in?
Yeah, that would have been purely for fan service, but
that would have been so awesome.
But I'm not too. I mean, like I know you're much more Sabretooth Wolverine guy. I mean, for me, I liked it the way it was, but for you, I must have imagined it must have been like a missed opportunity.
It's just like the character, like, and you build the storyline, but then you like, to me, it was like they built up Logan like it was X-Men Origins, and then all the other movies, and then Logan, but like nowhere in between, because then there was X-Men Origins. Granted, that was made after 1, 2, and 3, but it takes place before them. So 1, 2, and 3 happens, and like then they go Days of Future Past. They go back and they rewrite it, and it erases 1 through 3. So what the fuck happened to Sabretooth? So like I wish
that's
they
a good
would.
question.
That's what I'm saying. And then you start them off like in X-Men Origins, like their brothers is like, why would that not be a part of the ending? Like, why would you not even make a cameo or something like?
Yeah, like you wonder what happened, what he does, or what happened in Apocalypse as well. Like
that's exactly like where was he at and all this shit. And my thing was too like they could have fit him in more, because in the comic books, Sabretooth actually trains X-23 after the death of Wolverine. But that was the ending of Logan, the death of Wolverine, are
so it's kind of different.
Somewhat the way he dies is different.
Yeah.
In a sense of like how he dies, but he dies for the same reasons. So like he would have. Oh my god! If they would have stuck, if they would have. I'm about to dive
all this sounds good. Yeah.
I know,
No,
like,
dive into it. Let's get into it. You're
like,
more knowledgeable.
I'm trying, man. So like, in the comic books, Sabretooth waits for X-23 in Canada, and he trains her to become the new Wolverine. She takes the title Wolverine.
Yeah.
So like that, to see him, that would have been cool to see him, like even like when she's burying him, to have him like in the background. Like that would have been cool to have him like see like a speck. And like even if it was that little of a cameo, dude, I would have been so happy. Just the trench coat. It's him in the trench coat and all the kids are walking towards him. But then again, like I feel like they did him a disservice at the end of X-Men Origins. Well, no, they kind of redeemed him because he was an asshole in that movie, and then he saves Logan. Kind of, not really. But they were saying, I also read too, like if Logan would have never got the adamantium claws, he would have been feral like Sabretooth. He would have had like long hair.
Oh yeah,
He would have been feral, but that kind of stunted his like his beast growth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane.
Dude, yeah, speaking of like his crazy beast like powers, I don't know if I saw this one clip of this Wolverine anime that I think some Japanese studio made, and like he was talking to like Beast, you know, he's like, oh, you got like I gotta show you this animation one day, but dude, the animation was so good, and it's like he like tells Beast like, dude, like you gotta get away from me because I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to go I'm gonna go berserk. Berserk. Yeah, I'm about to go berserk right now. And like, dude, the animation of with him going to town, like, dude, like, I forgot to send you that, but like whenever I was looking at that, I was like, dude, that looks so sick. Imagine if they made like a
live action, dude. That's what I'm saying. What bugs me about that shit is like, it's just like all these, you get all these like Marvel, DC, and then all the other ones in between. They have so much to choose from, and then they're just like, we're gonna do this. That's not any of these. It's like, dude, you have a script already written. Like, just go, pick it up and go. Like,
yeah.
That's what bothered me about DC the most. Like, even Marvel, they picked the Infinity Saga. They shortened it by a lot, but they still did the gist of the Infinity Saga. If DC were to just like pick up a Dark Side Saga, or like, can you imagine? Like, even that sounds more cool than Thanos. Like, I guarantee
and like
DC has the power.
The characters that DC has,
they're so much more interesting.
Yeah, like Marvel has like they're okay characters.
They have their handful.
Like of course they have Spider-Man. Everyone loves Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, sure,
Hulk.
But dude, they don't have the fucking Batman.
They don't have Batman.
They don't have. I mean, Superman, like one of the first pioneer best heroes ever. Like,
to me, it bugs me that they don't really showcase Superman's like fucking strength. Like, I remember reading comic books, and there was one where him and fucking Superman and Shazam, they lift a book of infinite pages, and it's just like, if you stop and think, it's like
infinite pages,
and it pissed me off in the comic books because they show it like it's like the cover of the book, the pages, and then the other cover. I'm like, where's the infinite part of the pages?
Probably like, just like, I don't know.
It just keeps turning. You don't stop.
I don't know. I guess.
But they lifted it, and I'm like, dude, if this dude lifted a book of infinite pages, granted he had help from a magical being or whatever, but like he did that, and like it shows him in Man of Steel, and he's getting his ass kicked by Doomsday. I mean,
by
Batman v Superman by Zod. Oh yeah,
Zod is the main villain. Yeah.
And then I'm like, how do you take the comic version of it? I'm granted they're trying to play him down a lot.
Yeah, like they have to play him down because of course he's like
human.
Yeah, well, that and like he's barely he's starting. He's barely Superman. Like Superman. Of course, he doesn't know how to like fight. Like,
I remember when he snapped his fucking.
Yeah, like,
I was like, oh.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to fight. Like he's not a well trained guy like Zod, but he's like a commander. You know, the Krypton army and shit.
Oh.
Like Kal-El, he's a kind of like a human would raise like an alien. Like he doesn't know how to control his powers yet. Of course, like. I think I gotta give props to Zack Snyder, of course. Like him snapping Zod's neck was him that kind of like, and then like him yelling like that, like he lost it, like holy shit, like yeah, I never done this before. I never want to do this again.
Yep.
Like that's whenever I give Zack Snyder props in a movie. Like he nailed that.
Snyder cut.
Snyder cut's trash.
It's not, dude. It exists.
It exists, but it won't be good. It won't be as good. It's not as good.
I bet it would be better. I bet
better by like half
even
percent.
If it's yes, even that I need that half percent.
I need that
minuscule percent.
I'm gonna need that half percent.
Oh, dude! Oh my god! I got into such a heated argument with one of the guys at work because he's one of those guys that likes comic books and he likes to think he knows comic books because he's seen all the movies and he's read it. Pieces of information, and I'm like, dude, you don't know comic books. I was like, I've lived in comic books my life. Like, he's like, yeah, he goes, if it wasn't for Bucky at the end of Civil War, like they would have never beat Iron Man. Like they would have like, if it wasn't for like both of them teaming up on Iron Man, like they wouldn't have won. I was like, dude, I don't think you understand like the argument here. I was like, fucking, oh no.
What?
Okay, I scared the shit out of
me.
I was like, no way, dude.
I'm trying to blow my nose and then that happened. I was like, oh, did I do something wrong? I was like, camera's like, wait, where'd he go?
No. So he's saying that to me. He's like, there's no way they would have beat Tony Stark. There's no way they would have beat Iron Man. And I'm thinking, like, dude, if you even, like, disregarding the comic books, even just disregarding, if you look at the movie, they're beating the shit out of Tony. Tony blasts Bucky away. Cap's fighting him. And then he's losing. And he's telling, was it Friday or Samantha? I don't know, the AI in Civil War.
I don't remember that.
I want to say it's Friday. I might be horribly wrong. So he's like, Friday, he's like, analyze his fight patterns. So he's getting the shit beat out of him and she's learning. And he's like, okay, I got it. He's like, all right, now fight back. And then he starts fucking beating Iron Man's ass. But I'm like...
Beating Cap's ass.
Yeah. Beating Cap's ass. And then it bugged me because he was like, well... He's like, he goes, no, he obviously has more fighting skills than Captain America. I was like, dude, no. I was like, Captain America's like, oh, God. I know. Hold on.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Hold on. Damn it. I might end up using the fucking audio off the thing. It don't matter. It has an automatic thing. I wonder if hold on. Isn't there like a voice memo thing?
Ooh,
there's like a voice memo thing, like a...
I'm not too sure.
But, right here. Fuck my life. Okay. Allow. I don't know how long these things last, though. I guess we'll just fucking go with this one, too. Worst case scenario, I'm using the audio of this. It's going to sound decent. You'll hear me at least.
Hopefully it'll sound decent.
Worst case scenario, it doesn't work at all. And then, hold on, let me see what happens when it hits this cap real quick. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay.
Is it still going?
It's continuing. So I guess we'll just keep using this for now.
All right.
See how it goes. Where was I at? Oh, so he analyzes the fight patterns, right?
Yeah.
So they're fighting, and then he's like, yeah, he goes, Iron Man totally kicked Captain America's ass. Like, do you forget who won the fight, dude? Like, Cap didn't kill Tony, and he totally had the power to kill Tony. I was like, he even beat him after they analyzed the fight patterns. And he's like, nah. He goes, Iron Man is such a better fighter than Cap. I was like, dude.
Wait. How's Iron Man a better fighter?
I was like, he was getting his ass kicked, and then, like, and my thing is, like, I don't know how the suit works. I don't know how the fuck it works. But if they analyze the fight patterns, I'm pretty sure the suit takes over and it starts fucking fighting for you, I'm assuming it's just using your limbs.
Yeah, I believe it'll fight for you. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, there's no way this argument's correct.
Yeah.
And it bugged me, and it made me hate Iron Man even more. Like I don't like Iron Man. I don't. Like,
I'm not an Iron Man guy.
I'm not. It bugs me. I like the character. I don't like the hype. I don't like the hype.
You know, like for me, his character's whatever. I don't really care. I mean, it's whatever, like rich guy and whatever. But like no, the concept of Iron Man, like using suits, like
yes.
like high technological suits for firepower or for anything. I don't know. I'm just kind of like a sucker for suit kind of guys.
That's my thing too. Like I love Batman for that reason.
Yeah.
But my thing, I get pissed off when people. I take it way too far. I take it way too far.
I'm the problem.
I'm the problem. No, it bothers me whenever they're like, what the fuck? Like it bugs me when they're like, okay, Iron Man's great, but he's up here and everyone else is down here. It's like, dude, no.
Yeah.
Like I like him as an equal character. Like he's not unkillable. Like he's not unkillable.
Yeah.
And it bugs me whenever people fucking try to tell me that he can fight.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like, he can't. But granted, like
he knows
he's smart.
He's just smart.
He
just has like he has the firepower. He's smart, of course, but like he doesn't like have like a set of skills.
Yeah.
Like.
But his mind alone is it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he has the knowledge to be like analyze his fight patterns. Like no one else.
He made a software that analyzes fight patterns. I mean, shit, that's pretty cool. I mean,
you deserve to not get your ass kicked. And what's crazy to me is like if you look at Batman, he's like Iron Man but better.
Oh yeah.
Every time I say that, everyone's like, no man, like Batman's overused. Batman fucking sucks.
Like, I mean, like no,
all gadgets. I mean, I'm like,
so is Iron Man, but like
that's what I'm saying. But they're like, no, Iron Man's fucking.
I mean, I get how Batman might be super fucking popular. He's overused. He's over characterized, I guess. But like, yeah, he's been done too many times. I get it. Yeah, a lot of movies about.
It's like Superman. That's why everyone hates Superman. Yeah. It's like you can't kill him.
But you can't like disrespect the character Bob Kane created, as a detective, smart guy who, of course, dresses as a bat as silly as that sounds. But like he's smart, he's athletic, he knows how to. He's strong. He's a peak human being.
Dude, that's insane.
Peak condition.
He fights gods.
Yeah, he outsmarted Darkseid sometimes, and like.
Dude, he even went he dodged Darkseid. Remember
he dodged the Darkseid's Omega beam.
That's insane.
That's like
to me.
He's like, and Darkseid commended him for that. He's like, oh, you're the first one who ever dodged my Omega beam.
That's another thing that fucking DC and Marvel both did. I hope they remember you, Thanos.
Yeah.
Dude's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you see that, and that's not in the comic books. They took a storyline and they morphed it into their own thing. Why can't DC do that? Why can't DC pick up a Darkseid saga and start? Remember when we went to go see Aquaman and we're like, dude, this is the movie. This is the movie that's gonna like start over DC, right. And then like they started just plotting other movies.
Yeah, like Birds of Prey and like
I didn't get that. And
like the Joker was a good one, but that was a separate thing.
That was a solo movie.
Yeah, like Aquaman was like I felt like it was the pivotal moment for him.
For real.
It was actually it was a decent movie. It was a decent movie. Like it had a good character development for Aquaman. He's like, you know what, like yeah, sure, I help defeat Steppenwolf, but I don't want to ever enter Atlantis. Like that's not my thing, you know. And of course, my mother's was the queen, but that's not my thing. That's not my place to be. But then he ends up growing as a character. Like, okay, maybe I should actually step into Atlantis and maybe become like the leadership it needs. And like he actually becomes like the king of Atlantis. You know, it's like,
and that's what kind of gets me a little bit. It's like, why would you not start there? Like DC, like I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there at all.
Who knows what they're doing?
Like just put me on set. That's all I need. I don't need to be paid. I don't need to be like.
Just feed us.
Feed me, please, and give me a place to sleep. That's all I need to be on set, please.
Just give me a sleeping bag. You know?
I'll tell you yes or no to every idea, and you will not ever lose money. It's just like, did you see it? And it's like it's making me mad because it's like, dude, like if you started with Aquaman, like yeah, he starts there. But then, like, he becomes Aquaman, like, actually the king of Atlantis and shit. And then that's where you re-bring in Superman. And then you re-bring in Batman. And then you introduce, finally, a not-so-shitty Green Lantern. And then...
Green Lantern's a cool character. They just kind of missed the mark the first time.
That was another thing, too. Is like, you bring in Green Lantern, first introduced. He's new to the character. He's, like, learning his powers still. and then you don't make him fight like Sinestro. That's what I thought. When I saw it, I was like, oh, he's going to fight Sinestro. Sinestro's going to be the villain. It's like, no. You completely go past Sinestro, and he's fighting the entity of evil.
Yeah,
he's fighting Parallax. It's like, dude, he just got this ring.
Yeah, like Parallax should have been like the final boss for him or something. Like or it didn't have to be Sinestro either. It could have been some even a lower villain.
That's what I'm saying. They should have done that. Like, even if you look at Marvel's, the way they build up, it was so smart. Because you get Iron Man, give him low villains, and then you build Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, then you introduce the Hulk, and then they made Captain America, and then they're slowly breadcrumbing you into the Avengers. Then the Avengers comes together, and then they start branching out further and further. Then they made Guardians of the Galaxy, then they made Doctor Strange, but in the end, it all
brings to one huge
exactly
villain. Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I get DC's proud, and they want to do like, oh, we're gonna do DC's thing, and we're not gonna copy Marvel, but it's like, why would you not just take not the whole storyline, but like the basis of it?
Said you end up with crappy movies like Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey and
Justice League
and Batman vs Superman.
And see, that's what bugged me about Justice League, is Justice League would have killed the Avengers. They would have killed.
They got better
Avengers.
characters in my opinion.
They do 100%, but they didn't build it up the right way. They were just like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League. It's like, where was all the information for the other characters? Like, where was the Flash movie? Where was, like, the Cyborg movie?
Yeah.
Green Lantern wasn't even in Justice League.
Like, dude, the Flash was like a loser in Justice League.
Was
like,
he?
yeah.
I didn't see it.
If you didn't see, like,
I didn't miss
like,
anything.
Like, he didn't want to kill, or like, of course, like, he's a hero. He can't kill, but he didn't want to, like, Batman was telling him, like, dude, you gotta do something. Like, all he did was like just run fast and stuff. But he was like a loser like the whole time. He didn't want to like do anything. He didn't want to like He was kind of like a pipsqueak, Like just like he wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. They're all new to their characters.
Yeah, like
why are they teaming up?
Yeah, like they don't have any character development for like anything. Like they didn't tackle any huge thing on their own yet. And of course that's when Flash became much more better towards the end of Justice League. But I mean, he should have been okay. He should have been like at least do something before it, before
anything. Any of the characters should have started differently. They should have started 100% differently, and that's what it. I keep saying it, like, it bugs me, but it's like, dude, like, if you come from like where we come from, like, we know the characters, we know the badassness behind their storylines. Like, they each character has like oodles of comics, and it's like, dude, if you were to just take the time and not like try to keep up with Marvel and like do your own thing like you trying to do, like, you could make good movies. Like, you can make good shows. I was excited when they talked about Swamp Thing, and then they killed it. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, dude, you started like, yes, it's growing. They're gonna do their own thing, and they're like, nah, we're just gonna keep releasing movies. I mean, like, the Joker won a fucking award.
I mean, they do have good animated shows. Those are the coolest shit.
I will give them that. There's a lot of like the Justice League animated series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Like any Justice League animated movie is good. Like,
that's why it flip flops for me too. It's like, dude, I would love to see Marvel's animated movies. I've only seen like 2 or 3, but like they're not that great. That's what I'm saying.
They're not even good.
Like, why? How are you gonna ace? How are you gonna ace movies and then suck at the cartoon movies where you have more freedom? You have way more freedom. And then like DC's the opposite way. Like, they're fucking up the movies, but they're killing the animated.
Yeah, like any like a lot of good movies. Like Flashpoint was good, man. Like,
see, that was so good, and they could have used that. That would have been perfect.
They could. That's another story arc they could have done with Justice League. Flashpoint paradox.
Exactly. Remember when Batman v Superman, when the Flash is like, he's like,
back in time.
Too soon.
Yeah.
That right there. The next movie, then the very next movie after that movie should have been Flashpoint series.
That would have been cool, yeah. And then
because he's still going through time, and then he goes into this weird universe where like fucking Thomas Wayne's Batman, and he's like, what the fuck is happening? And then that's when that trickles off that way. Yeah. And then you bring him back around for the Justice League.
Yeah, and then after that you could do a Darkseid thing. That
would have been cool.
That would have been a lot of money.
I hated how they teased Darkseid. In Batman v Superman, and then they just totally dropped the idea of Darkseid. It's like, how you like in it? I bet it's so confused. That's why I think so many people hated Batman v Superman.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No,
I liked it for what it was.
Yeah, like the concept was. Of course, anyone would want to watch a Batman versus Superman movie. Anybody. I mean,
if done right.
like a lot of people watched it anyway, but it was like it was
They
I didn't like it. I wouldn't watch it. I didn't like it, but I mean, I was just disappointed to say the least. I mean,
That's my thing too. Is like, we know the story, and we still didn't like it. So imagine the people who don't know comic books and they're just going for the characters. Imagine how confused they would have been. Like, remember when Batman falls asleep and he has that dream sequence and then he sees the big Omega symbol?
oh yeah.
And then all of Darkseid's army? Batman doesn't... They've not even touched that Batman knows who Darkseid is. Superman doesn't even know who Darkseid is, yet he's in Darkseid's hell shit. And it's like... Imagine the fan watching that and like trying to piece together, like, what is that symbol? What are these things flying around? Like, why is Batman evil? Why is Superman evil? Like, no, there was nothing touched.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole bunch of just information thrown. They could have even went with the storyline of the video game Injustice, and that would have been better.
They have a lot of source material, but they couldn't. I mean, of course, like you said earlier, they're just trying to do their own thing, and they failed at it. So,
but you would think like you have. Dude, it's so stupid to me. It's like I'm here, I'm the head of DC, and I'm watching Marvel just kick my ass, and I'm like, what can I do to beat them? I have these badass characters, I have these badass storylines, I don't know what to do. It's like the only next step is to like take their fucking plot points and just go with that. Like, imagine, like, that's why I have so much faith and I have so much hope in this new Batman movie. Because, like, if they do it correctly, this could be the start of, like, DC's taking over Marvel. Like, I can sincerely... Is that, say, 37 minutes?
37 minutes, I believe, yeah. But, yeah, Matt Reeves' Batman. Yes, he is our only hope. He is our only hope.
Help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, because, like, well, with casting with Robert Pattinson, a lot of people didn't like that.
There's no one like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, like everyone talks shit about casting choices, man. Like, but I'm siding with Robert Pattinson. He's awesome.
He looks the part, man.
Yeah,
he plays a lot of serious roles.
No, yeah, he's awesome, dude. Like, of course, like everyone likes to talk about his role in Twilight, but I mean, come on, that's
years ago.
That's typical like argument, but like I don't care about that, like, dude. Like,
it's like when I heard that they were gonna cast Zac Efron as Wolverine. It was just thrown out there. I was like, do it, dude.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, I don't give a shit.
As long as Musical, and I'm like, dude, that was like fucking 10, 15 years ago.
Like, anyone can do it. Like, any talented actor can, like, I think can pull something off like that. And like I gotta have faith in that, you know.
I hope.
I gotta have faith.
I need some kind of breadcrumb to hold on to.
It's like I have to have faith because like I can't. I mean, everyone got proven wrong with like casting choices, of course.
That's
like,
true. I remember whenever they cast Christian Bale, when the very first, like when Batman Begins came out, I remember it was hyped because, dude, no one had made a Batman movie in forever, but they were like, Christian Bale? Like, him as Batman? Like,
yeah, I mean, Christian Bale nailed it. I think he nailed it. He did his own thing. He had his own, like, of course, his own voice. But it was cool.
He lost his voice, but from what I was reading, it might not even be true, that he lost his voice like 12 times filming each like Batman movie.
That's so cool. Look, see, I wish I could lose my voice doing cool voices like that.
I wish they would have continued. Oh my god!
I think it ended alright. I think it ended okay.
Did it?
Yeah,
but I feel like
he saved Gotham.
I know, but that's where, like, think about it. Like, if they would have pieced it together, like, think about this. Like, I'm gonna throw like a. This is why I should be the head of DC. Like,
all right.
Granted, he didn't want to. He wanted to leave the role, but like, you know how he retreats to Italy. So imagine he retreats to Italy. And then that's how you bring in Man of Steel. So, like, he's in Italy hiding away from whatever's happening in, was it New York or Metropolis?
Metropolis.
Whatever's happening in Metropolis, because apparently in Batman v Superman, Gotham's here and Metropolis is here. Mm-hmm. Like, they're only separated by a river, apparently.
Or something.
So, if you think that would be so cool. So, like, say, like, he retreats to Italy, and while he's in Italy or wherever the fuck he's at, Man of Steel is happening over here. And then he comes back from Italy to fucking fight Superman. Can you imagine how badass that would be?
But remember, someone's under the new mantle of the Batman. You remember how Robin got teased at the end of The Dark Knight? He's like, "Oh, what's your nickname?" Or
Robin.
Yeah, Robin. And then that's whenever Christian Bale left him.
Do
everything.
You think that's what they tied it?
That's where they could. Like, I mean, hey, they could be two Batman.
You remember that?
That'd be so cool. Like,
that would be fucking badass. There was a comic book where Deathstroke became Batman. You remember that?
I don't think I read that.
It's almost the same sequence. So, like, Batman fakes his death, and he pays Deathstroke. He's like, I know we have our differences, but I know you like money more than you like killing me. So he pays him, fucking.
But no killing.
Yeah,
no killing.
but then he breaks that rule.
Well, he broke
that.
it.
So he's Batman, but if you look it up, and I'll try to find a description to what I'm talking about. If you look it up, it shows and it looks like Ben Affleck's Batman. He's got the little horns. He's got the gun that Batman fucking uses in Batman v Superman.
He's using a gun.
Remember? In Batman v Superman, he's got the fucking gun for some reason. So he's got that. And then, like, he starts killing people, and then Christian Bale comes back and is like, no, I'm Batman. And he takes out Deathstroke Batman. But then, by that time, in the same series, Deathstroke tries to fight Superman. And Superman's like, where's Bruce?
Well, he knew of course, because of fucking division.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not Bruce, what the heck?
And he's like, no, he goes, I'm the new Batman. And then they start fighting, and then that's how Batman v Superman's happening. So they're fucking fighting, and then the actual Batman comes back.
Hey, that'd be pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine how badass that would be? Like, he's swinging Superman around the fucking mansion, breaking walls and shit. And, like, right before he kills them, like, you just hear him, like, stop! And, like, he just fucking, like, comes in the bat tank or whatever the fuck it is. And, like...
Hey, what was it? But you gotta pay a lot of money for Christian Bale to return for that shit. I mean, remember, he did want to leave the role, but...
I think that's what bugs me about these actors, too, man, is, like, you start this character, and then you're like, oh, I'm done. One movie.
Well, I mean, like, he kind of comes some slack, man. He did 3 movies, man.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about, like, the Joker. Like, did you ever hear Joaquin Phoenix's interview afterwards?
What did he say?
He said he's never doing it again. He's never doing this the character again because, like, he's never been one to take on... The only reason he signed the contract for the movie was because there's no second part.
There's just one part.
So, like, he doesn't even want to come back to it. It's like, well, then why would you even commit to being the character? Granted, it was a good movie. I'm not ragging on the character at all. I love the movie.
Well, probably because, like, it's like its own thing. That's probably why he also did it. Like, he's like, oh, well, it's not tied to anything. It's not like...
But that bugs me, too. And, like, that's another thing for me is, like, why would you even make this movie? Like, what do you... It's because when they make the Batman movie, and God forbid they ever introduce the Joker to the Batman, the new Batman, it's like, well, what about this dude? Like, he did it so perfectly. And then whoever's playing the Joker coming into this Bat movie is going to fucking suck. Like...
Hey, I'm thinking I have faith.
I have faith in the Batman. I have no faith in the new Joker. Whoever's the new Joker. After Joaquin Phoenix, like...
Anyone could prove us wrong, man. Look at Heath Ledger. Everyone...
If
it's William Dafoe, right? You have me sold at William Dafoe.
You have me sold at the
Like, he has the voice. Oh, he has such a good voice. Like he was like the only good thing about the recent live action Death Note. And I don't want to talk about Death Note. No. But I'm just talking about William Dafoe's voice acting in Death Note. He was really
never
good.
saw it. I read was it the...
Yeah, there was an anime. I watched the anime.
Yes, I was going to say I read the anime. I watched it.
I read the anime. Yeah.
I read the
I'm trying to read anime, guys.
Fuck my life. But, I don't know how that's going to be edited later. Just fucking people making horrible fun of me online.
But right. People make fun of me all the time anyway. Anyways.
I thought this was longer. I thought we had recorded longer already. I don't know.
Yeah?
I thought so. I don't hope it didn't stop and, like, restart. That would fucking suck. But
yeah, but if it was William Dafoe, you had my
money right there.
Yeah,
Take my money.
Take my money, man. You got me.
My biggest concern with this new Batman thing is, like, I hope his costume changes. I hope it's just the head, just the helm, just the...
Listen, man, he's under prototype, right? He's like the pictures that were leaked were like the stunt guy. That's a prototype suit. You know, that's probably the suit he barely starts wearing at first. And like if you see the teaser compared to that, you can see the differences. You know, like,
yeah,
like the teaser looks so much better. Like the costume looks so much better.
The Batmobile looks fucking badass.
Yeah, dude. The Batmobile. Oh.
I hope they keep that.
Dude, if they keep... I don't...
It reminds me a lot
of...
man.
What is it? The Batmobile. The Batmobile and the concept looks so fucking sick, bro.
My thing is, it reminds me of the Ghost Rider, the new one that came out in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Reyes? Is it Reyes?
Robbie Reyes.
Yeah. It reminds me of that fucking thing, and I'm like, dude. Like, Batman, like... That's why I'm wondering where they're going with this Batman. Like, because it's like... He's Batman. He's technologically, like, savvy. But, like, he's driving, like, it looks like a Challenger.
Yeah, like an old-time muscle car.
That's why I'm like, why is he driving this?
Like, that looks so sick, though.
I'm not ragging on it, but I'm like, why? Like, what? Like, where are you going with this Batman? Like
that's probably his first thing, dude. That's his dad's old car or something like that, right? Like, it's like, oh, you know what? I guess I'm going to use this. I have nothing else. And it's like, just like, does I don't know. It's something like that. Nah. Oh, you're talking to my sister.
But my thing with the new, like, the new Batman is like, I'm scared that they're gonna like. Well, my thing. Well,
what?
At the end of the Joker, remember whenever he's fucking with Bruce Wayne and he's like,
oh yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
what do you do with that Batman? Like, where's that Batman go? Like,
Oh, you know, I maybe you think that's tied to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they do that, then who are you gonna get to play Joker? Like.
Hey, oh, dude, no, that might be the thing. That might be how I think I just thought about this. Or I think everybody's thought about this. Actually.
I just figured it out.
Yeah, I think everybody's thought about this at least. But like, I think this recent Joker movie connects to the new Batman movie. But like, you know how he kind of inspired all these people in being a Joker. He probably inspired a new Joker, that's gonna be like the new villain. Or but then again, there's a bunch of theories with this new Joker. Like some of it just.
Some people were saying it's not even real.
Yeah, it's not even like all this shit that was just in his head.
I hope that's the case.
That would be a nice twist. I would like that.
Because if it's not real and he's in a cell, then okay, then we can bring in whoever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
But like,
I think it's just up to us to interpret that ending.
Yeah,
Like do we decide if we want to let like a new Joker that this original Joker made, or do we just let DC make a new one for us? Like it's up. I think they left it up to us.
If I let DC decide, it's gonna fuck it up.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it would be so cool to see this new Batman just like fucking just exceed. But the cool thing about Robert Pattinson, or is it Pattinson? Like, he's done extended movies. He's done like Twilight. So I mean, they're extended amounts of movies.
So he's committed.
Yeah. So I hope he has that commitment with Batman. Because, like, if they do decide to drag this into, like, a Darkseid saga, like, I hope that commitment stays there. I hope he's like, yeah, I'll do it throughout the whole fucking thing. He's like, I'll snap the gauntlet.
I'll snap the gauntlet.
I'll snap the gauntlet.
Like, he's like, what if he has, like, I'm Batman, I'll do it. No one else will find, I'll do it myself.
That'd be so cool. But then you run into the thing again, like, I feel like it's going to happen. Like, he's Cap, in a sense. Like, I know he's Iron Man, totally. Like, in the Swift plot. But, like, imagine, like, at the end of it, like, Darkseid's, like, fucking, like, Omega beaming people. And then, like, Batman's, like, fighting him. And there's a cool suit. Oh, my God.
Like, he makes a cool form suit.
In the comic books, there's a suit he can only use it for a certain amount of time because it feeds off of his life soul.
What?
So, because he goes into there's, like, the little crack that Darkseid makes or whatever. Because getting into another fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. Let it rip.
So, Damian Wayne dies. Darkseid takes Damian Wayne in a coffin into space or whatever the fuck he takes him. So Batman goes after Darkseid in a suit that kills him. He's been like designing the suit for years because he knew that someday this would fucking happen because he's Batman.
He's preparing for something.
Yeah, so the suit's badass. It's huge. It's like a huge suit. It's got like a red bat symbol, like red eyes, and like as soon as he takes off, it starts feeding off of his body. So I remember he goes and like he does something. He grabs the coffin, he like does this shit and like he blasts back down. He fucking dies, and then like Damian Wayne has superpowers now.
The fuck?
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, oh, that'd be cool if they did that in the movie. Like they give him that suit, and like he goes to do it, and then just like I feel like this is gonna happen.
He's fighting Darkseid.
Yeah, like he's fighting Darkseid and he's dying, and I feel like it's gonna happen to where like he's fighting him and he's winning, but he's dying, and then fucking Superman's gonna come out of nowhere. Like punch fucking Batman, knock him out,
or like push him out or something.
Rip him out of the suit and like tell him to live, and then Superman's gonna like fucking like sacrifice himself to kill Darkseid or something. I don't want that to happen, but I know it's gonna happen because it's Superman.
I don't know, man. Batman is always that kind of guy like who sacrifices himself for people first. Like he's never the type of guy to quit. You know, he's like.
But he's never met Superman.
Huh?
But he's never met Superman.
What are you talking about? He met Superman.
Well, I mean, like in the new shit, like
we don't know. I don't know what the fuck DC's gonna do. I
don't know.
Like, I mean, it's a brand new Batman, but we don't know if it's the same timeline. I don't know. Fuck. Hopefully, Henry. I want Henry Cavill to stay as Superman.
He said he wasn't done with it. He said Batman v Superman wasn't even in his contract.
Oh yeah.
He said that it was Man of Steel, and then Batman v Superman was its own thing. But there's still League. Like, I don't know I don't know about Justice League.
Because he was in Justice League. I
know, I remember that, but I don't remember. I remember reading that Batman v Superman wasn't part of his like Superman role.
No.
So I don't know how many contracts he has left, or like how many movies.
Hopefully, he has a good Superman image. I won't lie, and he's he's talented. He's a really good, talented actor.
I like how. Have
you seen The Witcher?
Yeah,
dude. He killed that role. Like a lot of people had like fake, like obvious fake wig, all this shit.
No
like,
shit.
I mean, like, bro, like,
how are you gonna grow hair that
like,
long?
bro, cut him, like, dude,
what the heck? He's playing a character.
Yeah, he's playing a character, dude. He fucking killed that role. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. The way he even does like the voice actor's voice right, like from like the Witcher games from CD Projekt Red. He does the voice just right, like as a.
You think it's gonna be season 2?
Oh yeah, they're definitely doing a season 2.
It's already in production.
Yeah, I know. I think they already confirmed it. They already gave the green light. It's good.
It's gonna hold back.
He did great. I give him props. He's a very talented actor. I hope he stays Superman.
You know what would be cool though? Have you seen Crisis on Infinite Earth?
Crisis on Infinite Earth?
Like the show?
No, I don't believe it.
You know where they brought Kevin Conroy on as Batman?
Oh, the actual oh man, I don't watch any CW shows.
Dude, it's pretty cool because they brought back the Superman from Superman Returns, the movie.
Oh,
he's in the show.
Oh, Brandon Ruth, right? I believe his name. I think that's his name.
But yeah, they brought him back, so he's fucking Superman. But the thing of it is, he's an alternate universe Superman. So the actual Superman's like fucking Asian or something.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. So Superman's there, and then the alternate Superman from Superman Returns, he's got like something up with his head. So he's trying to kill the other Superman. Like he's trying to kill him, and then I don't know what happens. Somebody hits him with a frying pan or some shit, or Lois Lane comes out. Something happens, and he's like, "Oh."
Lois is the secret weapon.
Yeah, he comes out, and he's just like, "Oh my god!" Like I don't know what happened, but then like it's cool to see him, dude. He looks like Superman.
Yeah. He's
like all chiseled now, because in the Superman Returns was back before muscle tone was cool.
Yeah.
So now like muscle tone's cool. So now he's Superman.
Yeah.
And he's got like gray hair.
Yeah. I like how he always had the curl too.
Yes, dude.
Curl.
Yes.
Yeah. The classic look. Yeah.
So I'm hoping they'll bring him back too.
No, he's a good dog. I like Brandon Ruth as a Superman too. He's good. Yeah, he's really good. But I haven't seen any CW shows. I don't.
They tied Justice League and the CW shows together.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just hear bad things about them. Like,
it's a lot.
Dude, like it's like a lot of like, and I saw like little clips and like especially with Batwoman now too. I was like, Supergirl too. Like, oh, dude.
I've never been a fan of that character. Not because I'm like I hate women or anything. Like, because I don't. But like I just never thought like you already have Superman. Why do you need another super person?
Like Supergirl.
Like granted, they're gonna fight each other. That's all they can fight.
I mean,
like,
Supergirl could be cool, but she needs to be like her own thing. Like she can't be just another clone of Superman. Just as a
that's all that it was. It's like whenever they.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like nowadays, like you can make a good character.
You can make a good female character.
Yeah, you could get
like X-23.
You could make a very good female character nowadays.
Imagine if X-23 was older and like she was like, oh my god, that would have been cool to see.
Like I think I've seen some stuff where she actually takes the role of Wolverine. Like whenever X-23 gets older,
she's badass.
She looks fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, she's like Elektra with like fucking claws.
Yeah, dude, like she's stronger, like way much stronger than Elektra too. Like actual like female Wolverine, but cool, you know, like real. Cool.
I didn't like Elektra either. I've never like.
She's alright, but she's not.
Is it bad that I like the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie?
It's not bad. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I don't like Bullseye though. Bullseye looked fucking ridiculous.
They put it on his head. Like...
Yeah, he actually like fucking. He looked ridiculous. Sorry, Colin Farrell. You're a cool guy, but dude,
isn't he playing? What is he do?
He's playing as a penguin now. He's playing the penguin. Yeah, I don't know why that casting choice was made, but I believe in it. You have to have faith. You have to have faith in these casting choices.
Oh man, I don't know how I feel about that though. I would picture Danny DeVito would be perfect to play the Penguin.
Didn't he play the Penguin before?
Did he?
Didn't someone
someone short
played the Penguin?
I don't remember who played him.
I'm pretty sure it was Danny DeVito, dude.
Was it?
I think it was.
I didn't watch the old Batman. I didn't like the old Batman.
I mean, the old Batmans had their charm. They weren't good, but they had their charm.
I don't even know how comically accurate they are. If at anything,
they're just kind of goofy.
They're just like, oh god.
Yeah, you didn't see that.
But I'm scared. I'm scared for this new Batman because it could be. It's a very big coin flip. It's either like this is gonna be great, or this is gonna fucking suck.
As long as it didn't have the same people making Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, then we're good. We're solid.
Birds of Prey blue.
Dude, just from previews alone, it looked fucking trash.
Has it released yet?
Dude, it released already. Dude. No, it released like a long time ago. It just...
What bugged me is that they're trying to feed off of Harley Quinn's character. It's Harley Quinn was the only thing that did good in Suicide Squad. So they're like... That's what bugs me about DC is they're like, oh, we'll take this that did really good and we'll throw it into something else.
Like, it's not...
It's like she wasn't even part of the Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I don't know. It's dumb. Harley Quinn's kind of just she's taking a huge popular stroll now. She actually has her own show now in animated.
What?
It's like more adult oriented.
Is that the one that I sent you?
Yeah, it's like the more funny. I mean, yeah, it's pretty funny actually. I don't mind it. It's actually great. I liked it. But yeah, just I don't know, man. Just DC, they're kind of weird. They're just weird, man.
They're very strange in the way that they do things, and it bugs the shit out of me. Because they have so much potential. There's so much fucking
Everyone has a lot of potential, just like Lucasfilms does, but they whiff it.
The Rise of Skywalker kind of pissed me off.
Dude, the sequels. I mean, not
all three of them were just repeats, except for the last one was just like where
the first one, like the Force Awakens. We could tell
was a repeat.
It was a clone of New Hope.
Yep.
But it wasn't bad. It was okay. It was setting up. You know.
They could have.
It was setting up. It
was Aquaman.
It was Aquaman. It was J.J. Abrams setting up. Okay, we gotta respect that. You made a new villain. Cool. Kylo Ren was like the Darth Vader. Cool. And then that last Jedi happened. Okay, last Jedi.
I had hopes for it.
I'm gonna be that guy, but Last Jedi, like, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I thought you were gonna say you hated it.
No, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. Like I don't love it.
There was a bunch of like, why
I don't
did
hate
they
it.
do this?
Like, yeah, there's a bunch of like, bro, why? Or like, no, like the whole like arc with the casino, just delete it.
It didn't even need to happen.
No, it just a waste of fucking time. Ryan Johnson, why?
Happen.
Ryan Johnson, why? But like the whole like, if you added more of the Rey and Luke scenes, like Luke training Rey, like giving him tips of the Force, that would have been fucking cool.
And I hate that they blocked out a lot of that, like how the fuck they communicate with each other, how they see each other with the Force, how they have Force healing now. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, like Force healing is a thing all of a sudden.
And then I hate that they touched on Leia's like training for like a half a second.
Oh,
like,
yeah, the very beginning of the movie. Yeah,
and she's just like,
yeah.
I hated that. I was like, what? Like, you're telling me Leia was a Jedi, and you guys left this out before she even did the Force pull? Like, y'all should have mentioned that shit before. Like, Leia should have been like, yeah, I did training as a Jedi, and then throw that
like yeah, Luke trained me a little bit, you know, but I don't know. Just like, all of a sudden she knows how to do it, and she trained Rey a little bit, you know.
I didn't get that.
I mean, yeah, like, Leia wasn't a fully fledged Jedi, like, fully pledged Jedi. Yeah.
That's what bugs me, how she has all this knowledge. Like, how does she, the Force pull? The Force pull bugs me, because I've never seen that before. Like,
Force pull?
Like, they pull themselves to something. Like, I've never seen that. I've seen people pull shit to them. Yeah. But I've never, like, pulled themselves to somebody. Yeah, that's why whenever she flew out the ship and she didn't die for some reason.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought that was going to be it for her, because she died.
Perfect. That would have been a good way to, like...
Yeah, like, Carrie Fisher passed away. That's it. You know?
Be gone, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, they could have...
I mean, like respect to the character, you know? Yeah, I mean, okay.
That's what I don't... They led her on for 2 more movies, though? Like...
For 1 more movie after that, yeah.
Wasn't she in The Last Jedi?
She was in The Rise of
Skywalker.
Yeah, for 1 more movie, yeah.
So she was in all 3 of them? Mm-hmm. When she died in the first one?
She died in the last one. She passed...
No, I'm talking the actual person.
Oh, yeah, she died in the first one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you not just, like, in The Force Awakens, when they blow her out of the ship, why not just let her go?
Yeah,
let the bitch go.
A lot of people gave that criticism. But, yeah, no, like, that whole thing was, like... Holy fuck! Like, no, that was like a really like holy shit moment.
Yeah, because
like,
nothing had ever been seen.
Nothing's ever been done like that, and I give Last Jedi props for that. Like, dude, that's never been seen before. Leia pulling that off. What the fuck? Like, explanation, please, but it never explained it. And so, like, until J.J. Abrams trying to write something in the last minute in Rise of Skywalker, of course.
Yeah, because he knew he fucked up with The Last Jedi. Like I love The Last Jedi, but like I said, he knew he pissed off a lot of Star Wars fans. Yeah. So the Rise of Skywalker was just him. Throwing all
J.J. Abrams like, fuck, I'm trying to fix everything now. Like, Snoke died. What the fuck? What do I do now?
Let's bring back Palpatine.
I gotta give someone a call real quick. And then Palpatine.
And he just brings him in, and then it's like, oh, he's been hiding this whole time, and we didn't even know. It's like, are you shitting me? Like, the fucking Sith have been alive this whole time. He's been building millions of ships under the Jedi's nose, like
under the First Order and the fucking
That bugs me that the Resistance no one knew. Not one person. He's just like, well,
yeah, I'm just building a fucking Star Destroyer fleet with Death Star guns
attached to them.
Yeah, I'm just well, don't worry about it. You know, he's the Senate. What can we do?
He's the Senate.
Man, like, so yeah, Rise of Skywalker. No. the way he. Oh my god.
It was so anticlimactic. Like if you think about it, like if you've watched any Star Wars movies, there's always an epic fight, there's an epic song, and then there's an epic something else. This movie had none of that. Like she goes to fight Palpatine, and they pulled an Endgame. It's like fucking Endgame copied Logan, and then fucking Rise of Skywalker copied Endgame.
Which is a shittier version.
It was just so bad. Like she's just there with one lightsaber, she's blocking the fucking lightning, and he's for some reason used the same trick that got him all fucked up in the first place. And he's like fucking doing this, and she's like, he says something to her, I forget what the fuck he says, and she's like,
it's like, oh, I am all the Sith.
Oh, and he's like, I'm Iron Man.
Yeah, no, it's like,
I am the Jedi, and she's like, boom, and I'm like, you could have
like the visual effects were cool for that movie. Like, of course, like when Rey popped like Force lightning, that kind of gave.
Like,
yeah, I was like, what? She killed Chewbacca.
I think I was the only person in that theater that was like audibly like, what? Like
she had Force lightning.
I was the only person that was loud. Everyone was
yeah. And no, then like fucking Palpatine doing Force lightning to all the ship, dude. That shit was badass.
Just boom.
Keep that in. That was cool. That he was fucking Force lightning all those fucking Resistance ships. Badass, very cool. But he does Force lightning already, like with the fucking the lightsabers, like
yeah, this.
Mace Windu fucked me up with that shit before.
I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again though, like you know. and then two light. I'm not using one, but I'm using two. and then he just dies. I'm like,
it's
what?
So stupid, man.
Like one of the most powerful Sith dies to that shit, like, bro.
So stupid. It made me so mad because like. It made me even more mad when Ben was like, he kissed her, and then he just dies. He just disappears. I'm like, huh? Like, the movie's called Rise of Skywalker. Rey's not even a Skywalker.
She's a Palpatine.
This makes no sense. Like,
Kylo should have been the one that lived.
Dude.
Ben Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker together as one guy. Ben Skywalker, last Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker would have been the best thing ever. Missed opportunity, Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy, I hate you.
Dude, the whole ending of that movie. I remember we were in the theaters, and I was hyped, dude. The whole movie, I was like, this movie kicks ass. And then the ending, I was just like
the whole movie was okay.
Hype went up and up and up, and then like I was expecting like a cool lightsaber battle. Even though he's old, I was expecting him like the dark side of the Force to be able to like move him and shit. But like no, he just done in by a fucking shitty Iron Man quote, and then boop, that's it. Movie's over, and then the fucking prologue shit comes out, and like,
you know, I seen this one YouTube video. I wish I remember the YouTuber who made it, but he made this little sequence saying, "Oh, like Rey's last scene, but better." And like she says, "I'm all the Jedi," but like with when she says that, all these like Force ghosts of Jedi pop up, and they all go into her and stuff. And that would cool. at least that. I mean, come on.
What pissed me off is when she heard all the voices.
Yeah.
Like you had to try to figure out who it was.
Yeah.
At least if they would have done all the people like walking into her, like running or doing whatever.
like they all peer behind her, and then they all go into her. Yeah.
You would have seen them like, yo, that's Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Yo, there's Mace Windu.
You're Disney. You got all the money. Get Liam Neeson in there. Get Samuel L. Jackson. Get Ewan McGregor in there.
Dude, for real.
Get Hayden Christensen in there.
That would have been so cool, but no, they did none of that. They just voice recorded him, and they fucking made you fucking think like, I think I heard Yoda or some shit.
Is that Liam Neeson?
I think I heard Liam Neeson. He said something about someone being taken. Like, fuck, man. It was so bad. I just
Disney missed opportunity. You have all the money in the world, bro. Come on, don't be cheap asses, man.
They paid Robert Downey Jr. as much as they paid the budget for fucking Rise of Skywalker, dude. Come on.
Like, bro, like why are you gonna cheap out like that, bro? Like,
it bugs me, man, that they put so little effort into these movies.
Missed opportunity. I don't know, man. Just like no.
There was no effort, dude. It's like if you were to tell a Star Wars fan, hey, we're capping off Star Wars, like the Skywalker series. We want you to make this movie. I guarantee it would have been better than the Rise of Skywalker.
No. I don't know how that final version got across as okay. Like I think any like actual Star Wars fan would have saw that movie. They'd be like,
no,
dude, like, bro,
please
like,
make it better at the end.
Like, dude, that ending sequence, just fucking scrap it.
Dude, for real, start over.
No, make a whole new thing. Like, you cannot have Rey as being the last Skywalker.
She's not a
Skywalker.
It's like they did 3 movies with the same ending. It was Logan, Endgame, and now Rise of Skywalker. It's like, dude, why would you not take this opportunity to make something cool out of it?
Yeah.
Like, that was the only... Like, you're capping off years, decades worth of work for Lucasfilms. Like, he started it eons ago, dude. And, like, this is the last movie of the Skywalker series. And you end it like that? Like...
Yeah, like, I think every movie, every Star Wars movie, I think, except for A New Hope, ends with a lightsaber duel. Or
Dude,
at least somewhat of a lightsaber duel.
Or something like, oh, fuck.
Like Duel Fates, you know, Attack of the Clones, Dooku and Anakin, Obi-Wan.
Even the fight
Obi-Wan
sequence
versus
with
Anakin.
the clones coming in, the clones coming
dude.
that was cool.
Yeah.
And then the betrayal, like you said, with Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah, and Betrayal, and then, like, A New Hope, I think was, like, the one
even that... Like, he got his hand cut off. That was New Hope.
No, that was Empire Strikes Back.
Okay,
That's when he's fighting Darth Vader in the ending.
Was he fighting in A New Hope?
I don't think it was, like, that's what I was saying.
The Death Star. It was the Death Star.
The Death Star, yeah. That was cool, though.
See?
Like, he was flying all this shit, like, through narrow areas and shit. Like, it didn't have a lightsaber fight, but that shit was cool.
Ended it like, oh.
Like, holy fuck, I blew up a Death Star. I saved the fucking...
Yep, and then Empire Strikes Back, you find out that there's another climatic scene where he's like, oh, fuck. And Return of the Jedi is like, oh, fuck. And then fucking...
Yeah, like, and that's when, like, Luke's, like, you know, Luke and Vader, like, were fighting, and then it ended up being turned to the light, you know? Cool.
And they did that for every movie except the last one. Yeah. Even, like, when The Force Awakens, she hands the thing with Luke, and it's like, oh, shit, there's Luke. And then they dropped it off. Like,
and then the way Luke just, like, yeah, fuck.
Yep.
And then, like, I know Rise of Skywalker is kind of making fun of Last Jedi. He's like, oh, grabs a lightsaber. Oh, you can't be mistreating a lightsaber like that. I know that was a thing, but...
What bugged me, though, about the new Star Wars movies is, I don't know if you... For me... Star Wars movies were kind of jokey, but like they were utmost like kind of serious, like in their tone, like they were real, like it was a serious moments. And then like all of the new Star Wars movies that came out, they're all trying to be like the Avengers. They're always trying to like crack little jokes or like that's what she said, like, and it's like, dude, like, no, Star Wars was never this. This was never Star Wars. Like, I appreciate the humor, like, but like this wasn't Star Wars. Like it didn't feel like Star Wars movies. Like, they were Star Wars movies. Like,
have, like, little humors, like, oh, I have a bad feeling about it. Of course you can have a bad feeling about that shit.
That joke's understandable. Like, I got a bad feeling about this, and they're going into the Death Star.
Yeah. Like,
that's funny. Yeah. But, like, when they're, when they're joking with each other, like, no, I'm not going to say that. No, they're going back and forth, like, no. I'm like, dude, why are you doing this? This is a Star Wars movie. It's a serious moment. Like... God damn it! Like,
or like I mean, there's some like little like Force Awakens. I gotta give hats off to Harrison Ford. Like, one thing made me crack up was like, he's telling Finn, he's like, that's not how the Force works.
Oh yeah,
like you're just hoping on this one little chance. That's not how the Force works.
See, that's okay.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fine. But like when you overdo it, it's like, stop. So stressed out by this fucking movie.
Alright, what's next?
Fuck, I don't know. I think it's a good way to end it. Shit.
If you want, yeah, man.
It's a good way to end it. Well, this was fun. Yeah. This is one of many to come. We gotta hopefully get this better the next time with the audio. And I'm probably not gonna use the audio.
Get better setup.
Better setup. Maybe some lighting or something. But hope y'all enjoyed the talk and the rant.
The rants. Angry, nerdy guys.
Yep. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought and what you want to see.
Please don't make fun of me.
Or me, yeah, because I
have low self-esteem.
I already have low self-esteem. All right. Thank you.
See you.